Hi everyone, it's Alan Schimmel, DevOps.com, DevOps TV, and we're here at Jenkins World, live on the floor, joined by Mandy Hubbard of Care.com's Financial Services Division?
Yes, HomePay.
HomePay. Okay, Mandy's a speaker at Jenkins World, and she actually gave a very interesting speech that we haven't heard this angle before, and she calls it sort of disposable Jenkins.
Disposable Jenkins.
Mandy, share what you're talking about.
Sure. The concept is kind of software-defined Jenkins. I kind of went with the angle of indispensable and disposable, that dichotomy of being so dependent on Jenkins, but also needing it to be disposable to reduce that single point of failure. We've enabled the automation of the configuration of plugins, credential sets, and all of our pipeline jobs so that if we need to bring the container down for any reason, we can bring it right back up, and all the configuration is in place with Active Directory authentication already set up, and the GitHub organization plugin is configured. We just go and all of our jobs are available, and then I can change some configuration file and run it in a different environment with the same setup.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, really cool.
So how did you come to this?
Well, we tried some things that failed first. We knew we wanted to run Jenkins in a container because we're doing containerized microservices, and that's where we're comfortable. And we started with saying we're going to put our entire Jenkins home directory in GitHub, and when Jenkins starts, we'll just check out that repo. But that felt not granular enough. We were getting all the log files and things that we didn't really care about. And then we found Joyent's container pilot application. It's their implementation of the autopilot pattern. So containers that implement this pattern, they know how to start themselves, perform shutdowns, scaling, recovery from failure, and perform lifecycle management. And they had done a sample implementation of doing some configuration using that pattern, and we just kind of took it and ran with it and started using it for all of our plugins. And it's been really successful.
So what was the feedback from the crowd?
It was really overwhelming. I got a lot of great feedback. I got a lot of questions.
Because this is novel. I haven't heard of this.
It is novel. And the reason I submitted to speak on it is because, when I was trying to develop the solution, my team and I, we would Google for information, or we would be stuck on a problem, and there was nothing. So it told me, okay, it's not out there because no one's really doing it. The interesting thing I found is I got a lot of feedback from people who were actually doing it with different technologies or had similar approaches. So it turns out that there are a lot of people that want to take this approach. We just didn't have a way to bring it to light and get people talking. So I'm hoping people will follow me on Twitter and we can have discussions and maybe get other people doing that solution.
So. I mean, maybe that's something on the Jenkins community they could start something.
Yeah.
Actually, on DevOps.com, we'd love to do I'm going to reach out to you. Maybe we could do some sort of story on that.
That would be great.
And that would be really interesting, good stuff.
Yeah, and I'll have my slides out there for reference. I've got a couple of blog posts on it, and I'm really eager to answer questions. If anyone contacts me over Twitter, I'd love to answer questions.
Well, now you're going to have to give them your Twitter handle.
Sure, it's @DevMandy, DEVMandy.
Absolutely. Very cool. Mandy Hubbard, Care.com, HomePay Services, Disposable Jenkins.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. Hey, thank you so much for being with us
today. Thanks for having me.
All right.
To be here.
This is Alan Schimmel at DevOps.com.